I once wrote my teacher in a card, "You didn't teach us from the book, but taught us from the heart." And that stayed with me. Today, I'm joined by Akanksha alum Amir Shaikh, who found structure and confidence through school but has now returned to the Akanksha Foundation as an aspiring teacher. We talk about growth, confidence, and giving back.
I thought it was the perfect opportunity, not only being able to teach, but also teaching in an Akanksha school specifically.
My name is Pragya Deepak, and this is Made for More. Hi Amir, nice to meet you. I'm Pragya and welcome to Made for More.
Hello Pragya, my name is Amir. It's really nice to meet you.
For the purpose of the viewers of this podcast series, could you tell us a little bit about what you do currently?
So currently I'm working as an aspiring teacher at an Akanksha school in Pune. The aspiring teacher role is a 1-year paid training program where people can gain hands-on classroom experience, learn pedagogy, content, classroom management, and be guided by experts and mentors. It requires duties like substitutions, teaching in classes, helping in classes, remedial learning, and altogether making a significant impact on learning altogether for underserved children in Akanksha schools.
Could you tell us a little bit about where it all started, your early years, your family background?
I was born and raised in Pune. I lived in a really poor neighborhood. My father was a tailor and my mother was a housewife. So we saw a really struggling time. We lived in a tiny hut. It was a 10 by 15 hut in a slum. My previous school that I studied in before joining Akanksha, it was your typical slum school where teachers used to give corporal punishments. There was a single teacher teaching all the subjects. I still remember one of my teachers who used to bring a long stick with her to the classes. And education was mostly pressure from my parents and fear of the teachers. That's the only reason that we did our work. And the turning point came in 3rd grade when I joined an Akanksha school in Pune.
Is there any specific teaching style or any specific activity that you still remember?
So we had a science teacher. Her name was Aparna Didi. She taught us science around 6th or 7th grade and she continued it until we were in 10th grade. What she did was every week she made sure that she is doing some of the other experiments with us or some of the other outdoor activities. And that altogether helped us look forward to our classes more. And science became really easy for us.
What was the role Akanksha played after your school life and up till today?
The first was they helped us enroll in different colleges based on our marks, and all the children had to fill out surveys, what they really want to do in the future, what they want to become, and based on that they showed us what the path should be. A really big help from Akanksha was they provided us with financial aid depending on our performance in college. So that was the most helpful thing for me as well. And along with that we had regular meetups and school reunions to keep up with everyone, to maintain that friendship with our classmates.
You mentioned earlier, as we were discussing, there were 4 teachers specifically who really shaped your learning at Akanksha when you were a student. In what ways did they contribute to your growth?
One thing was they really taught us discipline in learning, to put in consistent hard work and efforts in order to achieve our goals. I would say one of the examples was Harini Didi, like I previously mentioned. She was a really disciplined teacher. She had a method of teaching where she had really high expectations and she did not agree for anything less. We need to meet with her expectations. She not only taught us math but basic manners, how we should be in society.
What was your family's take on education and what were the kinds of conversations your family had about education?
So in my initial years, before you can say 5th grade, My parents were really supportive. Even during my junior KG and senior KG, my parents made sure to enroll me in an English medium school because they
Okay.
really wanted to support me in my education. But over the time, they had change of opinion in that. After fifth grade, you can say my father had a lot of thought of bringing me to his business, to the tailoring line. But things happened and he decided not to. So I was able to continue my education. Even after passing out from an Akanksha school, he still wanted me to join the business. But I was firm in my decision that I didn't want to go to the tailoring field and I wanted to pursue something that I wanted to do.
You mentioned your father wanted you to join the tailoring business, but given where you are today, how has his perspective of you shifted over time?
He did not really support my decision. So what he used to do was, in the family, he was to express his opinion. He used to ask, is he really doing the right thing? Whether he will be happy in the future? What he will shift his job again? But slowly over time, he saw the efforts that I was putting in, how happy I was in doing what I'm doing.
After you decided you wanted to pursue a job in education, you mentioned earlier that you had to take a pay cut in order to be an intern. And so, how did you deal with that choice? Like, tell me a little bit about what was going through your mind at that moment.
After passing out from Akanksha school, I always had it in my mind that one day or the other I will become a teacher. That was a firm decision, but I couldn't do it immediately after college because uh, I hadn't done my B.Ed and I wasn't able to do it financially. So I joined the BPO industry. But then one of my classmates from Akanksha school, one of my best friends as well, he told me about the program and I thought it was the perfect opportunity, not only being able to teach, but also teaching in an Akanksha school specifically. Because my decision of becoming a teacher, it was shaped by my teachers in Akanksha.
And what excites you about being a teacher?
As a teacher, you will face a lot of struggles. There is a lot of work. There will be a lot of up and down. But the one thing that I know as a teacher and that I'm really happy about my decision right now as well, every day I'm really excited to go to the school. And in school, not a single moment comes across that I'm bored or I really want to go home. In fact, we stay in school 1 hour or 2 hours after our dismissal times, many teachers.
You mentioned earlier that you taught your sister and some children in the neighborhood. So, how did that role of being a temporary teacher sort of shape you as a person today?
Okay. So, on my own initiative, I started teaching my younger sister. At that time, I realized that I had really good teaching skills. And not only my younger sister, my neighbors approached me to
Nice.
teach their children. So I did that for some time during the pandemic. And even after that, when the pandemic was over, in college, during my graduation, even teachers allowed me to teach a few classes. And this was during my IT degree. So it was a really good experience for me. So during my decision in switching my field from the BPO industry to teaching, it was my friends that really pushed me
Okay.
because they realized I had those teaching skills. So they really pushed me to switch to the teaching field because they knew that it was something that I enjoyed. I had great skills in.
As an intern, you face a lot of rude behavior from students who you teach because the age gap is not too much. So, how do you keep a positive mindset during those tough days?
I made sure to bond with the children. I spent time with them during their breaks. I had casual conversations with children. So my mentor was really clear about this. They're children. They will be making mistakes. You need to tell them that what they did was wrong because sometimes they don't realize that it was wrong. That really helps in building that relationship with children.
How did you end up keeping your cool? It must have been quite frustrating.
Yes, so I would say the BPO industry helped me in that
Oh.
because conversating with a lot of customers on a daily basis, many of them are angry. It really builds up that patience.
Okay.
So moving to a school environment, it was in that case it was a little bit similar, having that patience dealing with children. At times we do get angry, but we make sure not to. Maintain our calm because they want us to burst out.
Yeah.
But we have to maintain our calm in order for the class to be calm.
Okay.
If we burst out, everything will be in chaos.
And what's your dream for your future?
I really aim to become a school leader because I want to make a greater impact with children. So being able to manage them,
School leader as in principal,
yes,
right?
as a principal.
What is that one difference you want to see in their lives?
The children that we're teaching, they are not exposed to a really high expectation environment.
Okay.
Many children mention that in their slums or near their house, there are people with weapons, and even their parents, they are not really talking respectfully. So, one of the challenges is to teach them those high expectations. So, what I want to make a change is enforcing high expectations. We have a lot of high expectations with children. I want to enforce that with them and make sure that walking into an Akanksha school, it should feel like a really elite school.
Okay. Yeah. Now on to the fun segment, the rapid fire round. 3 phrases to describe the role Akanksha has played in your life.
Life-changing, professional environment, motivating.
1 word your school friends would still use for you.
Nerd,
Okay. Favorite topic in math
simple interest.
and worst topic in math?
It is in 11th grade, so differentiation.
Okay. If your life were to be made into a movie, what would it be?
Chuck the India.
Oh, nice. 1 thing you hate about being an adult.
Not able to enjoy everything to the fullest extent. We have to really maintain our calm and demeanor when doing things.
Are you a go with the flow person or structured routine?
Yes, for the most part, I'm really disciplined. I have grown up in a really disciplined environment.
Morning person or night owl?
I would say night person, mostly
Same.
because of the BPO industry, working there.
Okay. 1 small joy or activity that gets you through tough days.
Going out and eating something.
Like what?
I usually eat like momos.
What's your go-to emoji on WhatsApp?
My emoji is the smiling emoji with blush on both the cheeks.
Front bench or back bencher?
Front bencher in school, back bencher in college.
Coffee, chai or neither?
Chai.
Are you a religious note taker or a last-minute cramming person?
I would say a religious note taker.
What is 1 app on your phone that you use way more than you'd like?
The clock app. I'm timing everything, setting timers and alarms.
Wow, most people would have said, social media, but clock is pretty interesting. Thank you, Amir. Genuinely, lots to take away from your conversation. And I had a lot of things that I could relate to being a student in the 10th. So thank you for your time today and look forward to meeting you soon.
Most welcome, Pragya. It was great talking to you.